How's it going, everybody? I'm Levi with JLG Reptiles, and today we're going to be taking this hose, that bucket, and this big bag of parts and creating a watering system for this rat rack. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. Alright, so the first step is going to be, we're going to drill a hole in this bucket. And the reason I chose the clear bucket is so you can actually see through it and see how much water you have. With most of your 5-gallon buckets, you know, the plastic they're made of is a color. You can't see through it. You have to actually like reach up and I feel like push the bucket or whatever to see how much water's in it. But with this, you know, every time I walk in here I can just look up, see how much water they have. So we have to drill a hole in that for the tank connector, and this is just a bulkhead. Basically it'll go in, your main hose will come out of here, and here's a on-off switch on top of it so you can kill the flow. So we'll get to that and I'll show you how we're going to go about it. Alright, so the hole we're going to drill is a 13/16 hole, and I was going to get a hole saw bit, but they did not have them, so this is all I could find. I'm going to try this, and you know, it might not work. This video might be over quicker than I thought, but hopefully if we take it easy with this, it'll go right through it. So we're gonna find out. And I'm gonna put my hole over in here to where the hose is going to come out. Let's see here, right there, looks like in the corner. Okay, so let's try this. We're just going to go nice and easy. So far, so good. Nice. This actually went really well. Yeah, that worked. Nice little 13/16 hole. Alright, so now all we have to do is actually put our bulkhead in there, and I have the nut here. And the reason, guys, this hole is actually raised the way it is so whenever trash gets in this, and you will have some, you know, debris in there, it's part of it, that way it'll just settle to the bottom and not actually come through this hole. So that's why that's raised a bit. We'll just go ahead and get this bulkhead in there. Let's see here. There we go. Not too shabby. Okay. So that's in there. And then you got your little valve here for off on or on off. I like it. Alright, so now we're just going to attach our hose to here. We're just going to come out a little bit and actually install a filter. And I have these to cut the wire with, so we'll just kind of eyeball it here. Say here, then our filter probably right in here somewhere. So we will just snip it. Get that in there. Might have been easier to put that in there before I put this on the tub. there's that. Then our filter. Okay, so then our filter will just go here. And that's it. Okay, so there's that. Alright, so next, this is going to be our first stopping point for our water. I want this to kind of go, so it's going to go from this filter. Let's go ahead and put this in. It's going to go from this filter to a T. And that T is where it's going to branch off to our first group of animals. So I just want that to kind of tee about like that. Then it'll, let's see, well really, probably want to tee up here and then come over. Yes, that's what we'll do. We're just going to cut this here, add a T, cut that there, find me a T. And this is what I'm talking about whenever I say a T. Just looks like a T. Okay, so we're going to put this here. And then it's going to come from this over to our first spout. So we'll just go ahead and measure that out. And I kind of want it, we'll just run it up through the wire itself to kind of gauge this one. Okay. All right, and we'll add about that much slack. Because what's going to happen, I know I'm kind of holding it up right now, but whenever this comes up and loops into that, that's what's going to actually hold this all in shape. So cut this one right here. And this will actually be our first little drink stop, and that's what this is. This just goes right up in there. Your hose here will go into this, and then they actually drink from this. It's like a little spring in there. So just go ahead and get this in here. Okay, let's see here. Alright, well there's our first little setup. Then we'll, like I said, run from this to this, okay. And then I have little clamps, and I'll show you them right here in a bit. They'll actually go on this wood to hold that all right there. Might actually go like right in here with it somewhere, because this, I guess whenever this fills up with water, it's going to try and sag a little bit, but I just wanted to have some kind of a nice smooth curvature to it. We'll see how that goes. I didn't really think of that actually. So yeah, let's see here. We can come down to our next one. Okay, let me move the camera actually. Alright, so my plan is, this is actually the flooring. This is what this is the 1/2 inch plywood that I have, and that's what the bottom of the tubs are going to be sitting on. So I actually want my hoses to come over this flooring, so we need a T right here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this here. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So I'll get another T now. Okay, and that's just gonna go here. Yeah, and that'll sit just like that. So then we'll run it over to our next. That'll be about right there. Let's see here. Go ahead and rig this one up. And it's just the same thing, guys. These little deals. Gonna hook into the top of that. And then I'm gonna try and get these all kind of the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over and 3 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over and 3 back. Okay. And some of these like to go in a little easier. Like some of this wire is not the same, so you kind of have to move around until you find the right spot for it to actually go into. Yeah, I like it. And then we'll just go down and do that again. Bring our hose on down here. Might as well just go ahead and get us one piece of hose that'll go all the way to the bottom of the rack. Then we can just kind of snip it and go as we need. Let's see here. Yeah, so I just went ahead, guys, from the top and just ran it all the way down. I'm just going to cut it. Cut it right down here. That way I know I have enough to do the job. But yeah, so that's how that's going to look, guys. That's the T right there. And it's just going to come right through there. And that will clear the tubs. You know, that's how the tubs sit in there. So there's that much space, that much space. Yeah, so it'll be clearing it. But I kind of like that. And that kind of keeps everything hidden, and that this plywood will actually keep that natural curve. You know, it can't collapse because it's just resting on the plywood. So yeah, we'll just do all those like that, all the way down, and then we'll come back and clean it up. Alright guys, so we're back. We got everything ran to each one, as you can see there. And I also added down here a little release. That right there actually comes open, and I can drain this entire line with that. And I just put that at the very bottom in case I ever need to do it. I'd just like to have it down there. So now all we gotta do is go down through here and add this to the hose there, and we'll actually screw that to the rack itself, and that'll hold everything in place where we want it. So I'll do that, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so everything's ran, connected. You can see there, I put those down through there, and that just keeps everything in place. You know, and it's just a little deal there to hold everything. But got those down through here, and I left this guy loose so that, you know, if I ever do drain it, it'll be into a bucket, and that way I can get this to the bucket that I'm going to be draining in. So, but yeah, guys, I'm pumped. Now it's just time to get some rats in here. I'm waiting on my rat food. I ordered it, the 6F Missouri rat breeding food. So that's on the way. We'll get that, and then we'll be rocking with it. So guys, before we get out of here, if you have a rat rack, or if you did something with yours that you think I might benefit from information wise, or if you just have a rat rack, let me know. If you're doing it yourself, if you learned something, let me know. Hopefully somebody learned something from this. I know I did. This is my first rat rack build, so I was actually going to do a video on the actual build, but halfway through recording I realized that I'm actually learning a lot myself, and I probably just need to get it down pat and learn what I'm doing, and then on the next one, make a video once I know kind of what I'm doing. But I knew I could handle the water line. I knew for sure I could show you guys how to do that. So if you learned something, that's awesome, guys. I hope you did. But if you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, guys, and I will see you next time.